What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I almost started this whole video without even doing an introduction, so I just wanted to kind of explain to you guys what we're doing in this one. I didn't get to do an unboxing, but we ordered a parachute mount from motionraceworks, and we're pretty excited to get that put in the car. I've also got some other good news. I got a set of rods for the motor. That being said, I have everything out, ready to go to the machine shop. So I want to say, I don't know if it's going to be this week or next week. It's whenever I go back through Tennessee. I'm going to stop at the machine shop, talk to the guy, drop all my parts off, and try to get all the stuff balanced. That's really the only reason it's going, is to rotate and assembly, get balanced. Once it's balanced, it can come back here and we can throw this motor back together, and we're one step closer to having the motor in the car and getting ready to fire it up. But anyways, back on this, see if you can see it back there, Motion Raceworks parachute mount. This is the first one I've ever done. Is the car going to need it? I don't know, but it looks cool. We're building a hot rod, we're building a race car. Why not? Just in case it does ever need it, it's already there, just like the roll cage. Don't even know if it's going to be necessary, but at least it's there, and I don't have to go back and change shit. So I'd rather be safe than sorry, but we're going to go ahead and throw that in there. I think that's going to be pretty cool. I have been doing some more body work. I'm not sure how I'm going to tackle the videos and stuff on that, piecing everything together, but I did get a new door. If I talked about it before, the door that was on the passenger side was beat to shit, and I was not about to fill the entire door with Bondo. I don't want to do that. Could I put another skin on it or something? Yeah, maybe so, but found a good deal on a door that's in really good shape, and I'm just gonna, I mean, it's already in primer. I mean, it's already been painted before, but I could tell somebody scuffed it down and put some primer on it. But it's got like one little ding on it. I'm gonna spread some Bondo on, smooth that. Other than that, the door is good. I can start getting ready to put it on, and you know, start after we get the car painted, door panel and everything back on it. But anyways, I'm not gonna ramble too much. I want to go ahead and see if we can put this parachute mount on.
Government is trapping the system. 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 Government is trapping the system.
Okay, so we have the back bumper off, and then we took the back bumper support bracket or brace off for this parachute mount install. It wasn't very easy. My bolts, I'm going to show you, kind of describe what I ran into, but basically you take the bumper facing off, you take the bumper support off, but my bolts were rusted and like one or two broke off. Thankfully I'm okay with them breaking off because the kit comes with new hardware, but either way I was trying to find a way to cut them out or whatever, and I ended up using some Sawzall, and then ended up using an air chisel, air hammer, whatever, to get them out. And it was kind of time consuming. It was a pain in the ass, but we got it off, and I'm gonna kind of show you where this thing mounts up at, and kind of describe what I ran into. Alright, so this is where the bolts go for the support and the old support. I'll get it over here in a second and show you, but it's like comes out here. There's like no room in this area to be able to try to cut. You got to go in from the inside, and luckily I was able to get a Sawzall blade up in some of them, and then the air chisel up from the bottom to beat them out. Alright, so here's the support, the bumper support. You can see like where the bolts are that were cut, and you can also see that there's like no room to try to get to them. So I think this thing is upside down. Got it upside down. As you can tell, I started to cut holes in it to try to drill them out, but then my dad was like, I don't think you're going to be able to do that. So he gave me the idea to try to run an air chisel in there, and it was time consuming, but it worked. So I can't complain too much about that. But yeah, we got that off. The parachute mount actually bolts right in place to where that bumper support was. So we're gonna try to get that put in, and then work on drilling our hole through the bumper and all that goodness.
Government is trapping the system. Government is trapping the system. The system.
Alright guys, so we got the parachute mount pretty well installed. The camera died, unfortunately, and when you're busy and you're doing stuff, you don't really look at it. It's kind of becoming a habit of mine. I need to start checking it, or just give somebody a damn the camera itself and just film all this stuff instead of having it on a tripod. But anyways, we got the parachute mount on there, and it really wasn't a bad install. I really don't have a lot of complaints other than what was on the car, Of course, you guys seen that I had to fight getting the bolts out of it. They were rusted, breaking off. I had to finish breaking them to get the actual factory bumper mount off. That was the hardest part. The actual mount, I mean, it mounts right up. It's, you know, specifically made for this car anyways, but mounted right up, no complaints at all with that. I will show you, I'm going to go ahead and show you that, I mean, it's in the car. Only thing I didn't get to film that I wish I did was, you know, how we drilled our hole, because that's probably everybody's worry is like, well, how do I drill the hole, you know, for the outside piece to the car to go in to the mount that's mounted on the car itself. But I'll explain that to you real quick. So let's take a look. Alright, so obviously you can see that my hole's there, and I think the hole turned out pretty decent. I didn't do it too big, and I really wanted to go ahead and do this. This was kind of something that's not a necessity right now, but I wanted to go ahead and do this because we're doing body work and stuff, and whenever I go to actually paint the car red, then I can blow some paint inside that hole, and, you know, keeps it from chipping off, or try to help keep it from chipping off or whatever. Why's my camera not zooming or focusing? Come on. So that's one reason why I ended up doing it. So when we paint the car, the hole's already there instead of drilling a hole and fresh paint on a bumper. So I'll explain to you how I did the hole, since I didn't get to film it. Was we got the brace in there, and once the brace was in there, the actual mount hole is like just a little bit, like maybe a 1/2 inch to 1/4 inch back behind this. So what I did was, I had my brother and my dad, they put the bumper on there and held it. I laid under the car, reached up under there with a marker, and kind of just traced around the hole for the piece that's inside. I just kind of traced around it, took the bumper back off, centered up, you know, just dead center of the hole, and drilled it with a hole saw. It was as simple as that. So really no complaints about that. I will say that I know the parachute's in here, and I don't know if it's true or not, but from what I've read and been told, you don't want to leave the parachute in there for a while if it's not being used. So I will end up taking dropping the parachute back out of it, and I'm just going to fold it up and put it up, because we're not going to be using it for a while, so I don't want it just sitting in there if apparently that's an issue. So I don't want to ruin it or damage it, so it's brand new. Let's see, what else came with the kit that I don't have laid out? The kit comes with, this is the bolt that you go behind the bumper and you slide that outside piece in, and then this will go through and obviously hold it to the the bumper bracket. So I have plenty of room behind the bumper on my car. I don't know about other cars. I can fit both hands up in there and line it up and slide this through and tighten it down to hold the outside mount there. It comes with a cable, and obviously your release handle and whatnot. This is for another video probably. We'll probably just try to get some content on how we routed the cable and where we installed the release handle. So that'll be some content we can get on that. I'm kind of excited about that. Something else that I ordered that does not come with the kit, it's separate, was the cable like bracket. So this right here doesn't come with the kit itself. I ordered this separate. It mounts to the back here, and your cable will come out, go through here, and it kind of just keeps it cleaned up and runs around and obviously goes through here, instead of the cable just kind of coming out and just hanging. That will keep the cable in place. So I did order that separate with the kit. It would be awesome if it came with all the kits, but I kind of understand what they did there. But all in all, it was not a bad install. and I did order the one that is further away from the car. I ordered the one, you have two options. You have one that's just regular, which would probably be like right here, or you can buy one for a wing, in which obviously we don't have a wing, but I like to think in the future, think ahead. We may end up putting the wing on the car eventually. I have no idea. So if we do end up putting the wing on the car, I don't have to worry about, you know, damn, I got to change the parachute mount now because it's going to interfere. Unless I have seen people take the regular mount and they modify it. You know, they bring it down or they turn it or get it away from the wing so it doesn't interfere when they release it. But I didn't want to deal with all that. Why do all that whenever I can just? There literally wasn't even a price difference. It was the same price for both, so why not? So if you guys are out there thinking about that kind of stuff and you think you might possibly put a wing on your car, why not go ahead and buy the parachute kit that's extended for clearance of the wing. I'm trying to think of anything else. I think that pretty much clears it up as far as the parachute mount. But anyways, guys, I'm worn out. It's been hot. I appreciate all the love and support. I say that every time because it goes a long way, and it really does. I appreciate you guys watching and sticking with me. Things have been really slow with it right now, but I've just been super busy. I'm starting to get some parts accumulated. I think the issue right now is just finding time to actually work on the car and film some content. I've just been busy and covered up with a lot of other stuff. To get off here. But like I said, appreciate love, support. You guys stick with me. Team Sharp Racing always. Find me on Instagram. And I do have some news about something that me and a buddy of mine have started. It's a little bit different, kind of not something that I thought I would ever do, but we're starting it up and doing it, and that's probably another reason why I don't have a lot of time doing stuff. I've got so many irons in the fire right now, it's just hard to keep up and do everything I'm wanting to do. So just bear with me, and we'll keep this thing rolling. Appreciate it, guys. Thanks, Motion Raceworks, for all of your awesome parts and your great prices.